Today, I want to talk about the Sophia Carson project with a purple-themed villain who has the ability to put others to sleep. Oh wait, there are two of those. Through the years, both these projects have been heavily criticized, especially by fans. Much of this criticism revolves around the lack of well-developed antagonists. Today, I want to discuss my thoughts on Audrey and Opaline. Let's start by talking about character design. Now, what are my thoughts on Audrey? Leading up to Descendants 3, I really liked the promotional photos for Audrey's villain form. However, when the movie came out, I realized that I didn't really like her outfit without the leather jacket. I felt that Audrey's character portrait made her seem mysterious, and with her absence from the second movie, I was curious to see how Audrey's new ominous look would fit into the plot. After watching the movie, I felt that her dark character design was wasted on a pathetic villain. If they wanted to portray Audrey as a silly, non-threatening villain, then her wardrobe should have reflected that. Now, let's talk about Opaline's character design. From the moment I first saw Opaline, I had some mixed feelings. I hated that she looked like a toy. Almost every aspect of her design was off-putting. From the beginning, I found it difficult to take Opaline seriously since she looked like a piece of plastic. Unlike most other people, I don't think her color palette is awful. I just wish she were a lighter shade of purple. Honestly, I feel like Opaline and Starlight from G4 share some similar colors, and from what I've seen, Starlight is a fan favorite. Now, let's talk about their evil lairs. In Descendants 3, Audrey spends a lot of her time in a secluded, dimly lit cottage in the middle of the woods. And this proves to be a boring location, as nothing actually meaningful happens there. In Make Your Mark, Opaline is canonically restricted to her castle. Although the show contradicts this at times, we mostly see Opaline in the throne room, and this location quickly starts to feel overused and loses the little charm it had. Also, not to sound harsh, but this location reminds me of a plastic playset, not a mysterious hideout. Let's move on to talking about their motivations. I felt that Audrey had a clear motivation that made sense according to her character. However, I never got the impression that she knew what she was doing. Now, I'm not trying to call her ignorant. I actually think Audrey didn't know what to do after stealing the scepter, especially because she doesn't really do much. Her actions seem random and ultimately inconsequential, and this lack of agency from Audrey deeply affects the pacing of D3, which already was suffering from many problems. Although the movie is almost 2 hours long, I felt that Audrey's role was practically insignificant. On the other hand, I found Opaline's motivation to be confusing. I never understood what exactly she wanted, other than power, of course. The show never really explains her behavior either, and I really wish the writers would have focused on her dynamic with Misty. I think this could have led to moments of reflection for Opaline. For the most part, Opaline doesn't actually do anything. She has Misty do everything. And this allows for general slice-of-life episodes. While I'm usually not against these plot lines, they make the plot-heavy episodes of Make Your Mark anticlimactic. Make Your Mark was a show that didn't really understand how to use Opaline. She had the potential to be an engaging villain. Instead, she really just came off as obnoxious. Finally, let's talk about what the Queen of Mean actually means. To me, this self-proclaimed title seems a little childish, which feels somewhat fitting for these two villains. I feel like both Audrey and Opaline thought that they had been wronged in the past, and I believe that this victim mentality was exaggerated by the loneliness they felt. With a hunger for attention or power, they set out for revenge. And in the end, they're not successful, nor do they actually learn anything. Audrey and Opaline are some of the most disappointing villains I've seen. What did you think of these two villains? Now, I know the title of this video is a little dramatic, but a good antagonist is crucial for projects like these. And in my opinion, Audrey and Opaline just felt underwhelming as villains. I'm curious to see how these franchises will move forward in the future. Should I do a video on Descendants 4? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching!